Just a few days ago, Samsung released their 83-inch S90C. There has been a lot of questions recently from a lot of users, a lot of people that have currently the S90C as to why they need to maybe even think about getting the 83-inch model. What's even the difference? Look, let me give you guys a few things that separate these two TVs, because I know there will be confusion now. First of all, Samsung shouldn't have named this 83-inch OLED TV the S90C, because it has nothing to do with the S90C. This is a regular standard OLED TV. It currently is using the same exact panel that you will find on the LG C3. So I cannot understand why Samsung will go ahead and mention it in the same breath as a Quantum Dot OLED TV that they've made already. The S90C, the regular S90C QD-OLED model, is a very powerful TV. Not only can it get incredibly bright, it is way brighter than this new 83-inch model that they've just released. It has no comparison in terms of how it can present dynamic colors as well as contrast when you compare it directly against the new 83-inch OLED model. The C3, when you check the C3 and you compare it against the Samsung S90C, the regular Samsung S90C, the Quantum Dot OLED, every comparison would check out as the S90C will perform better. Not only is it brighter, not only is it going to maybe be on the same level as the contrast of the LG C3, it will perform better in overall picture clarity. So these are things that people don't really know about Quantum Dot OLED, and that's why they tend to maybe confuse it and think it's the same as your regular standard OLED. It's still not regular OLED. And another thing that Samsung did not do with this 83-inch model is that they didn't even give it the micro lens array treatment. They didn't give it that MLA technology that you will find on the G3. So what it means is that you're almost getting the exact same LG C3, but now in a Samsung branding. I'm not a big fan of this release. I have a reason for not being a big fan of this release, because you are releasing this model in a lineup that you want to be successful, and many people will confuse it and think that they're actually buying an 83-inch version of the Quantum Dot model. Why call it an S90C? You should have called it maybe an S80C or something, like maybe call it an S80C. Give it a difference so people will know that this is your first OLED TV. This is your first foray into an OLED world. But they didn't do that. Now, in terms of internal specs, you're gonna get the same exact internal specs as you get with a standard S90C. There's no difference in that regard. So you're not gonna lose anything in terms of USB ports. At the same 3 USB ports, you're gonna get 4 HDMI 2.1 ports. You're still going to get 144 Hz of refresh rate. You will have the same HDR10 Plus performance, and it has the same 4K neural processor that you already get with the standard model. You don't really get any major difference in terms of specs internally. I did check that pretty much, but one thing you will get is that the picture quality on the 83-inch model will totally be different from the 77-inch QD OLED model. And trust me when I say this, the QD OLED model will outperform this 83-inch model when you put them side by side and run a very intensive test against each other. That's the thing that I still do not get, why Samsung came out and named this the S90C with no basis. This is an OLED TV. You should have given it another model serial number. That would have been the best for everybody and not confuse people in the process. But regardless, the only difference you need to know, one, is that this TV, the 83-inch, will not get as bright as the regular Quantum Dot model. It will not have the same contrast performance as a quantum dot model. It is not going to be better in picture quality than the quantum dot model, but it will still come with the same internal connections and internal ports that you get on the standard model. So those are the few differences. If you enjoy this content, go ahead, smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, follow us here on YouTube. I'll see you guys very much next